Hey everybody, welcome to the craft room. It's late, I'm tired, but I've got a few extra minutes, so I thought I would show you the Afghan. I started this last year or earlier this year. It is a scrap granny, and I've showed it to you multiple times. Earlier this year I claimed that it was done, but I decided to do a few more rows. But I have now officially decided it was done. I am not doing any more rows. I do need to still take care of my end here, but this is a rectangle granny, and I can't get all held up. There we go. I don't want to stand up either. I'm tired. But there is my granny. I will insert a picture of it so you guys can see it laid out on the pool table. I do believe this is right about the same size as the one that I made last year with the actual squares. This is not necessarily meant to be a completely curl up under and be cozy blanket. It is just meant to be, you know, it's about lapkin size or a little bit bigger. Just something to cuddle with. So this is declared officially done. All done. Not touching it no more. So now we have to decide what I'm going to attempt to do for next year. It'll definitely be crochet if I do another granny. And I kind of like the idea of scrap. That way I can use, to my eyes, you know, just the scrap balls and stuff that I do have. So yeah, there's that's finished. And I'm going to show you some finished hats that I have. I think, I know you've seen two of them, because I showed them in my last video of how I found a video on YouTube that told how to use Red Heart yarn with your Addy. It has worked 3 times now for 3 different hats. I am super stoked. But here's the first hat that I have. This is an I Love This yarn. This is actually that Shop Hop. This is the unicorn and the painted stallion yarn. So pretty. It worked up really nice. And it's just the same on both sides. Nothing fancy with this one. And these next 3 that I'm going to show you, Addy hats, are all Red Heart yarn. And all 3 of them are using the method that I seen on the YouTube video in my previous video. This one right here is all blue. This is a light blue. I don't know what color it is, but it is a light blue, and it is the same on both sides. The next one I think is really trippy cool, and like I said, these 2 I showed you in a previous video. This one is that bright orange or brilliant orange. It's like a neon orange on one side. The other side is camouflage. Both of these are Red Heart yarns, and it's really cool. I don't know how it worked out, but it did. So if you roll it up on the camouflage side, you got orange, and if you roll it up on the orange side, you get camouflage. Pretty cool. So there's that one. The next one that I'm going to show you is a combination of 2 yarns. I did finish the Waldo hat, which I will show that to you next. And I had some left over, so I decided to use it or try it on the Addy. This is what's left over completely after both of my hats. So definitely a scrap ball here. But I used the red and white, and then I mixed it with this same color of blue to make a red, white, and blue hat. And this is what it turned out to be. One of my friends that I sent the picture to after I made it, because I was so super excited that it worked. She said, I was thinking, you know, red, white, and blue, but, or basketball. I don't know, I associate red, white, and blue with basketball for some reason. Or maybe, what was the other thing I was thinking? Captain America. I think his is red, white, and blue. But she said that these particular colors reminded her of the Rocket Pops. They kind of do. The ice cream Rocket Pops, they kind of do. So that's what I have. The inside, you see the other side is just red, white, and blue all the way up. Pretty cool. I like the way that turned out. And I did change the colors because I used the red and white from the Waldo hat skein, and then I added the blue. So each section is basically the same number of stitches, or same number of rows, I'll put it that way. I like the way that one turned out. And then the famous Waldo hat is finished. No, I have not put a pom-pom on top. But here is the Waldo hat. And I did a few increases. I did not do the normal Ross hat increases because my hat was actually taller than what it should have been when I started out to my increases. So I just did basically every row of increase. And instead of, I did the increases a little different. I have one less increase because I was anticipating using the DPNs, which I did not. And then I also did them a little different. I did a slip knit for my decrease instead of just knit two together. So it gave it a little bit different look on top than what it normally did. And then I just gathered the top closed. I like the way it looked. I like the way it turned out. I think it looks really cool. So I will be adding these 5 knit hats, 4 of them on the Addy, 1 of them on circular needles, to my bucket. And yeah, one of these days we'll have to count them because there's quite a few hats in that bucket and all of them are knit. This is the only one, the Waldo hat, that's not done on my Addy. So to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed seeing my few finished projects, and I will check back with you right back here in the craft room for my next video.